Hello, my beautiful friends. Julianne here of Julianne Net Art. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. If you're new, I would love it if you consider subscribing. I'd love to have you stick around. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my plans for what I hope to color in the month of February. They are ambitious as usual, but I'm feeling pretty good. I think I did pretty good in the month of January, and so hopefully I can carry it forward and get better with my time management, and actually, yeah, feel productive. So this is my planner. I did sort of write in it in January. I'm starting to figure it out a little bit. I didn't write it as much as some people do, but it has helped me keep better track of what I'm coloring, and actually I think it has helped me to stay on top of things better. So that's good. So I do have written down just kind of my list of what I'm hoping to color. So I'm going to set that aside so that I don't miss anything. Actually, I'll set it aside in the moment, because the first page that I would like to color is actually the February page here in the planner, which is by Angela Gonzalez, and I think it's an exclusive illustration for the book, which, if in case anybody doesn't know, this is the Amanda Colors planner. So yeah, I'm gonna do this page. Also, I had an idea. I did this one, well, the background is actually alcohol marker, but the rest is all like paint marker and paint pen. And I thought it would be neat to use a different medium for every page in the planner. Now, I don't have a ton of different mediums, so I might be having like a few different colored pencil pages, but then each page would be a different brand of colored pencil. So that's my thought, but I digress. So that is number one of what I'm hoping to get done this month. And then we have Kaleidomorphia by Kerby Rosanes, and I know I have shown you guys this before. I think my light is starting to burn out, which is really upsetting because I cannot afford a new one. But it seems to be doing a little bit of a flicker. If it gets bad, I'll turn it off, but I think it's okay. So Jenna, the Fiction Kitten on Instagram, and I have been planning this for ages, and then they finally did theirs. I say finally as if I've been waiting for them. That is not the case by any means. I think we were both just waiting to be inspired, and then they felt inspired and did theirs. So this page I definitely want to do. Even if I don't finish it this month, I want to get a really good solid start. And I think I'm going to base it maybe with ink tints, just to give me a bit of a head start with it. Okay, so next is the Dungeonmeister Goblin Quest, which is a buddy color with Amy of Amy Ward Art. And it was going to be a page for last month, but last month I just felt, or like last month, for January, which technically we're still in January at the moment, I just kind of felt rebellious about all the plans that I made for myself, and I went and colored a page just because I wanted to. So this is the page that we are going to do, and I'm still really looking forward to it. So I think I'm ready to give it a start. I think the wall, and like, I think this is kind of what scares me. This, even though it's detailed, like everything is kind of straightforward. I mean, their clothes aren't straightforward, but that's just, you know, have fun and play a little bit. But it's the wall, like I want to give it a certain vibe. I want it to have that I want it to have a kind of old world medieval pub kind of feel to it, where everything's like kind of a little bit dark, not bright and colorful. So that's my thought. I don't know. We'll see how it all goes. see what I end up doing. But that is on the docket for what needs to be done. And I have another buddy color in Mine Rice Dirch Europa. This is the Japanese version because I got mine from Amazon Japan when I made an Amazon Japan order, and it was cheaper than what I could have gotten it for here in Canada. But I am doing this page here with my new friend Colleen, who is, I think it's like Colleen's Crafty Corner, maybe. I'm gonna put her name up on the top, and she's on Instagram anyway, and she's a fellow Canadian, so that's fun. So yeah, we're gonna be doing this page. I am looking forward to it. We kind of said like a February, March kind of thing for it, to not give ourselves like the tight deadline. But I am excited to finally color in this book because it is untouched for me, and I have been in love with it for so long. So I'm excited to actually work in it. And then we have my two project books with the Fiction Kitten. Zoom me back out, sorry. Apparently. Okay. The Cosmic Slumber Tarot Coloring Book and Beauty of Horror Tarot Coloring Book that we're doing a page each month in these books. And we have not chosen our pages yet for February. We will probably do that in the next few days, but definitely I do want to get the pages done. I have managed to catch up. I was behind a couple of pages, a few pages. So I've managed to actually complete 2 pages in each of these this month. And hopefully I can, there's like 1 more page I need to do in each one. Hopefully if I don't get them done by like January 31st, I'll get them done kind of February 1st and then be starting February mostly with a clean slate. So that is that one. And then we have, I'm going with the order that I wrote them down so that I don't miss anything, but that means that things are in really wobbly order as far as the zooming in and out. So for Reptiloids, this is, it's actually a project book with, we have a group of us who's, Juliet Colors, and Evelette, who is the Coloring Mermaid, and Emily, who is E-Art Studios, and Jenna, who is the Fiction Kitten. And we are kind of helping each other work through our untouched books, but also helping each other to kind of focus on our 25 for 25. So we do have a hashtag that is, I think, it's called like Coloring 25 for 25 with JEJEJ, because all of our initials are J or E. But we kind of ended up with like 4 versions of the hashtag because we wanted to just use the American or the Canadian spelling so that whatever you used, you wouldn't be wrong. And so we were just going to check both. But we also ended up having the description different from the picture cards. So it's 20 for 25 or 20 for 2025 with Canadian or American spellings. So it's ended up being like 4 different hashtags. But most people seem to be using Coloring 25 for 2025 with Judge as the American spelling of coloring, but 25 for 2025, which I'm going to put that one up at the top because that seems to be the most commonly used one that I've seen. And so the 5 of us, Kitten doesn't have theirs yet, but hopefully will very, very soon. but we're kind of working through this at our own pace as a project book together. So we're not doing necessarily the same pages. We're not doing it as like, you know, we have to get it done. Like somebody might choose to just do it like 1 page a quarter, or somebody might choose to do it every month. I'm hoping I can get a page done every month. So I did do the first page for January, and I think I'm just going to work through in order for the first few pages until we get past these framed in pictures, because they're contained, so it actually makes it a little bit easier and quicker than the scene ones. So yeah, I'm just going to work in order. So I'll do this one for February, hopefully. So that was a lot of preamble. Next is Matchstick Mouse. So Matchstick Mouse, as many of you know, I have the Matchstick Mouse through the seasons hashtag. And so for February, I asked you guys on Instagram and YouTube what page you want to do. And generally, YouTube and Instagram do not vote on the same page, but YouTube gets more votes. So usually the YouTube wins out. I think the page we did in January has been the only one so far where everybody agreed. So this is the page that YouTube voted for. And like I said, there's just way more votes on YouTube than on Instagram. So the YouTube majority is usually who wins out. But anyway, I'm looking forward to doing this page, and I think it's really cute. And I've really been loving seeing your guys' pages. So I look forward to seeing how everybody colors this page as well. And I look forward to coloring it. I am partway done my January page, so I'm going to be finishing that up in the next couple of days. And next, well, you know what? Okay, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit from my list. But Symphony of Cute Animals. This is a project book. There's a group of us on Instagram, and we're actually working through this page a little bit every month, or this double page spread. We're working through it a little bit every month until, like, for the whole year. And so at the end of December, it will be a completed double page spread. So, in the bright light, I can see how scribbly my my pages. Excuse me, I just need a drink. So my beautiful friend Emily of eArt Studios, we had coffee a couple weeks ago, and she was giving me her Chroma Flow 72 set because she received a 150 set. And then she also brought me a bag with some coloring books and a whole bunch of Tombos, Tombow markers. And so, because she's the most lovely, generous person I have ever known, so I decided that the pastel Tombows were the perfect thing to base this page with. But has nothing to do with the Tombows. The Tombows are fabulous. But I was sitting on my bed, and the lighting in my room is fairly bad. When I have the ring light, it's bright light, but the room light that I have is very warm, and it's not bright. So when I sit on my bed and I'm just kind of coloring in bed, I can't see how much I am missing out and how many white spots I actually see now that I could not see when I was coloring it in bed. But that's okay, because really I'm just basing. I'm going to be going over it all, doing a lot of pencil shading. Like, I want to really put a lot of effort into shading this. So my plan is to finish basing this with marker, or I don't know what I'm going to do with the actual background here, and I don't know what I'm going to do with these swirlies. Like, I kind of want to make them gold, but excuse me, I kind of don't want to make them gold. So I have to think about that background, but all of this stuff, I want to at least finish basting all of this before the end of, or by the end of February. That's my goal, is to finish basting all of these things. I might not baste these swirlies. I might just, I might make them silver, and I might make this background just some kind of, neo color 2 type, ombre-ish adjacent thing. I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, my February plan is just to base the rest of the things here, and I'm not going to worry about the background for February, and then we'll just go forward from there. So that is that, and that is a group hosted by Lizbeth on Instagram. So if you are interested in participating in this, because I think it's a really neat idea to just do a little bit at a time, because these double page spreads can be so intimidating. And so to just work on it a little bit at a time each month makes it so much more achievable. So I'm going to put her name, I believe it's Lizbeth47, but I'll put it up at the top just so you can see it. And so you can message her on Instagram if you wanted to join the group. So that is Symphony of Cute Animals by Kanoko Gusa. Okay, so next we have Mythical Beasts by Weronika Kalinska. And I was hoping to get this page done for January for the Mythographic scavenger hunt, because it was dragon for January. But I really want to do this page still, so I plan to do it for February. Or, you know, at the very least base it and get a start on it. We'll see how everything goes. I'd like to base it with some markers, but I don't want to base the dragon. I have a vision of the dragon, and I don't see how I can do it with basing with markers, so I think I'm just going to have to go pencil only on the dragon. But my goal is for the dragon to really stand out, and the rest of it to kind of be very, not monotone, but almost, or monochrome, almost monochromatic, and then just have the dragon really stand out. That's my plan. So that is Mythical Beast. Also, my lovely friend, the Fiction Kitten, is also working on the same page. So it's kind of like an unofficial buddy, but this is also one of the ones we're doing with our JEJEJ group, with Juliet, Evelyn, Emily, Jenna, and myself. So next is, this was another one of my picks for that group, but since then Jamie of Jamie's Coloring Love and I decided to make it a project book. And then Veronica Dunn, who is, I think it's Veronica Dunn 66 on Instagram. So she's done a lot of coloring in this book, but she is going to join us for the pages, when we're doing pages that she hasn't done before. So that's fun. So this is our page for, we kind of have made it like every couple of months we're going to try to do a page. So I didn't get to it in January. I'd really like to get to it for February. So I think Jamie's already done a base. Veronica's already done hers, as well as the facing page. So I have a loose vision of how I would like to do it, but I haven't entirely decided. So that's kind of why I haven't started yet, because I have a couple ideas that I'm mulling around, and so we'll see what I end up doing. But I really do, out of the next books that I'm going to show you, this one is the top priority of getting the page done. So most of the rest of the books, not all. Okay, never mind. Just pretend I didn't even say that. So the next one is The Shooting Star. Shooting Star by Maria Troll. did I say the other one was Daydreams by Hannah Carlson? I don't even know anymore. I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. Coffee's not hot, but it's drinkable. So this is Shooting Star by Maria Troll, and I chose this as one of my picks for our I don't really know what to call it. I'm calling it like Jedgej, because the J-E-J-E-J, because the whole hashtag is way too long to say over and over, even though Jedgej is the most awkward thing to say, but it makes me laugh, so that's acceptable. Anyway, this book and Daydreams were my two choices. Like I said, Jamie and I hadn't decided to do Daydreams as a project book when I chose it as my book. So the page that I had tagged was this at the very end, because it's wintry. But you know what? I mean, we've been having cold nights where I am, like where it gets to like minus, 3 Celsius, which is cold for where I am now. We live on the west coast of BC, and it is pretty mild temperature. Like it gets chilly, it gets cold, but it's not, we sure don't have snow. It's like beautiful blue sky, sunny day outside right now, and has been practically every day. So I might change my mind and do a different page that feels a little bit more, maybe spring-like or something like that. Just something that speaks to me. I don't know. I might end up doing that page, but I think I'm leaning towards doing something else, but I haven't decided. But basically the idea with these are coloring the 2025 for 2025 with Jedgej hashtag. The idea with the group is that each quarter we have a selection of books that we're going to try to get something done in for that quarter. So January is already passed. We have February and March is what I'm hoping to get these pages done in. So if I can at least get them started in February, then I'm not leaving them all for March, but I don't feel like I have to get them completed by February. That's the idea. So the next one for that is Yuri, Yuri's Wildmouse Traveling Sketchbook with Wildmouse Yuri, something like that. I just keep calling it Yuri. So I had tagged this page with the chickadee to do, and I actually do still intend to do this one. Because I do, one, it's kind of easy to color a chickadee. And two, I do kind of have a vision for how to do it. I think I want to base it with soft pastel, and yeah, and plus it's a manageable size, so that's my plan for that one. I think that one I can get done in February and actually have it completed. And then another one, this one I think was Evelyn's pick, is Circle of Life by, did I say? Yuri, the artist is Makiko Inotome. So Circle of Life by Malpamene Chesapanagutu. I never know how to say it, but I think if you just say it really fast and confident, it's okay. I had tagged this one because it's a winter page. I might still color it for February because, it is still winter, first of all, and I do kind of have a vision for it, second of all. And again, because I kind of have the vision for it, and it feels like a bit more manageable than some of the other pages, I might do it. I think I'll probably still do it, actually. We'll see, unless I flip through and just get really inspired to do something else. But at the moment, I'm leaning towards still doing that the winter page, because like I said, I have a vision for it, and I think having the vision for it is half the battle. I know how I want to color it and how I want to do it. So that is that one. And then so that was Yuri was Juliet's pick, and Circle of Life was Evelyn's pick, and then Romantic Country, the second tale, is Emily's pick. And I don't know what I want to color out of this one, but I have tagged this page with the castle and the moon, although I kind of like this one as well. And then I tagged this one of the kids cleaning the clock. But once again, who knows what I'm actually going to feel like doing by the time I get to it. Actually, at the moment, I'm actually leaning towards this one. But that really doesn't mean anything. I also did consider doing like one of the chapter title pages. The only thing is that then it's a double page spread. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I decide to do for that. Okay, next book we have we have Dimensions by Francois Gauchier. And I've had this for a little bit now, and it's untouched. So I joined the group with, I know it is hosted by Candace of Happy Catastrophe. And there are quite a few people in the group now. And every month they choose a page. I don't necessarily plan to join them every month, but this is the page for February. And I would love to do this page because I think it's really cool. So, yeah, it's really cool. My lovely friend, the Fiction Kitten, just completed this page and made their water dragon kind of coral, peachy color and gold, and it looks really cool. So I'm gonna have to come up with an idea that is not that. But that's okay. Hopefully I'll get to that one. I think that can be quick. I'll probably base it with alcohol marker and then see about doing a little pencil over top. So next we have, the last two are Mythogorias. So I don't think they are overly grotesque pictures. But if you're sensitive, you might want to stop the video here. Like I said, as far as it goes, though, they're not particularly grotesque pictures, but just be warned, if you don't like any kind of creepy stuff, then you might want to stop the video now. So in Darkest Desires, we have we also have a Mythogoria kind of horror group where we just keep tacking on. Before it was like 1 page a month or 2 pages a month, and then now there's like four pages that people are planning to do for February. I don't have all of the books, nor do I have the time. So this is the one page that I'm hoping to do, is this one. And she reminds me of Maleficent, which I think is really cool, and I might try to color it in that kind of colors, like kind of the blacks and purples and vampy looking. And of course she's got the mirror too, which reminds me of like fairy tales. So yeah, I'm excited about this one. I don't know about how much time I'm going to have, because obviously I have a lot on my plate here. So I would prioritize this one that I'm about to show you over the other one, I think. So this is Frozen Nightmares, also by Fabiana Atanasio. And this page, that Jenna, the Fiction Kitten, and I are going to try to do. Basically, we both have our plates absolutely full for February, but we're like, oh, it's such a beautiful page. And they said that they were already thinking that they wanted to try to do it. And it has roses, which is one of the prompts for the Mythographic scavenger hunt that I co-host with Rachel Colors and Crafts. So this is the page that I'm hoping to do for my hashtag. And I love it. I love this page so much. She has such joy on her face, and it's like, yeah, she's a zombie, but she's still a lovely prima ballerina. And I love it. I have two opposing ideas of how I'm going to go about coloring it, and I'm not sure which way I want to go, because part of me wants to go like just have her in these like lovely pastels and have it just be like light and ethereal. And then part of me wants to go like really kind of gothy vampy with it. And I don't know which way I want to go. So we'll see where the inspiration takes me. So that is Frozen Nightmares. And oh, one more page. This one is important. Is we have Eerie World Literature, and this is my project book with Jo of Geordie Colors and Kate of Kate's Coloring Haven, and the lovely Veronica Dunn on Instagram has recently joined us. And so this was our page, our most recent page that we're working on. And has Kate finished hers? I'm not sure. Veronica definitely finished hers. Veronica is a very quick colorist. So she got hers done right away. And then Jo has now done hers, and Kate, I'm not sure if she's finished or not. I don't remember. But if she's not finished, she's very, very close to finished. So I need to get my butt in gear and get this page done. As I've said before, these fruit are based with Inktense so far, not activated. And I'll continue basing with Inktense. And I'm not sure. I always want, like, walls always get me. And I just kind of want to make it like kind of beigey off-white or whatever. Again, I want this, like the other one, I want this to have like a vintage old world feel. So like, you know, they didn't have electric lighting, so nothing was really bright. And the lighting was mostly what came in through the windows, or they had their, you know, like little gas lanterns or candles and things that were the lighting. So I want the wall to have kind of like a dim feel or a bad lighting feel, if that makes sense. Although it could also be on a table with a bright window shining on it. My point is that I want to be aware of that and not make it overly bright. That's my whole point. And I haven't decided how to achieve it. But I know the colors for the most part that I want. I think everybody's gone kind of blue with this, but that's just what it reminds me of, is that what's the word for that? You know, the old well, it's not old because they still make it, but you know, the ones with all the blue. I have words, they don't come to me. They're like the European, they've got all the little blue, is it willow something? I'm going to look it up and I'm going to put it up and I'm going to show a picture of what I'm trying to say where words aren't coming to me. That's what these make me think of, but I think that Jo and I think everybody has actually, have they all made it blue? I don't know. Anyway, I want to try to make it different. So if they've all made it blue, I don't want to make it blue. So I'll have to think about what colors to make it, that it could be kind of authentic, old-timey, have no idea how much I'm going to get done as usual, but we'll see. I have good plans. I like my plans. I am actually really excited about quite a few of these things, and I'm feeling good about the progress that I've been making. One other thing to add to my list, because I am a glutton for punishment, I joined on Instagram. There is, you know, all the cozy coloring books that everybody loves right now. I joined a group that colors every 2 weeks a page based on a mood board. And so I joined that group, and I am working on the page that is due February 2nd. So let me look at the calendar here. So the one page is due February 2nd, which means that there's going to be another page due February 16th, which I'm going to be doing that page. And then there will be another page due March 2nd. So there are 2 more cozy pages that I'll do that I won't be deciding until I see the mood boards, and I'll choose whatever is appropriate for them. So yeah, but those ones, they don't bother me because I like to sit in bed and just color with alcohol markers or various markers. And so any pages where I can do that, I don't really count them towards my daytime coloring, because I just kind of work on them at night and end up just like, I only need to do a few gel pen touches or paint pen touches afterwards. So they don't, yes, they count, and obviously I count them toward my finished total, but they don't cut into my coloring time. My daytime coloring time is my point. So anyway, that's a lot. I feel like we're a really long video now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thanks for sharing your time with me. And I wish you guys a productive February if you want it, or I wish you whatever kind of peaceful February that you would like. And joy, whatever brings you joy. That is what I wish for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and be kind to yourselves out there. Bye-bye.